Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian, Pace reporting live here at Joe's Pub here in New York City. Tonight, Kelli Sae is performing selections off her brand new CD, Pure, and she took some time off to kind of put her life together, and she came back really strong, and the songs and the stories that she's telling in the CD kind of put her back on top of where she wants to be musically as well as personally as well as spiritually. Tonight we're going to talk about the new CD. We're also going to talk about her origins beginning in the South Bronx here in New York, as well as the most important parts of her musical career as far as her singing with the group Count Basic, Incognito, as well as Defunct. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of Miss Kelli Sae live here at Joe's Pub here in New York City.
Concrete jungle, we're living in state of my life hasn't really been one thing I care much to discuss. Since you showed me such distrust, talk about falling a wall over my eyes. Talk about one thing that's a shame to disguise. Take away my home, take away my home. Everything I worked so hard trying to get by. What's up? One thing, finally who gives up about you anymore? No use, no use, no use, no use. I'd like to see just where you feel free. If it weren't for people like me who lifted you up in your time of need. Talk about standing something in the back. Oh, wickedly tricking me to attack. Get what you want, take what you need, and what you act like you can, like you ever
Pure, this is your third release, and I set it up earlier in the piece that this album is really more about you putting your life together, the aftermath.
That's absolutely right. It was like a total cleansing. I was devastated, and I was homeless, and I was broke, and I lost my mother, and it was just, and I'm not going to bore everybody with the boohoo story because we all have, you know, a backstory. Everybody has a struggle, everybody, and I don't want people to feel bad about my struggle, but I'm one of the lucky ones that has an outlet to release those, you know, those feelings and release that pain. And put it into a musical form and put some dance beats around it and lighten it up a little bit. But you know, I have to say it was very cathartic, and I feel now at the end of it like a phoenix, kind of. So
I understand that you played and wrote on the majority of this whole entire album. Instruments.
that is correct. I wrote, produced, arranged, composed the whole thing, and there were a few tunes that I felt that really would be better served having live musicians on them, and so for that I called in like the cats, you know, to help me out with those, you know, just to give me that kind of, a live feeling that I really wanted to convey. So, and I think we did good. On the ones that I left with just my programming and whatnot, I like that because I really wanted to make an album that fused electronica with opera, with Afro-Cuban, and just kind of do something a little bit unique to me. Maybe there are other people out there doing what I'm doing. I'm sure I'm not the only one. There are more of my kind. But for me, it was a departure and a new kind of new ground and territory. And actually, I never intended to produce the whole record by myself. I just kept hooking up with different producers, and I kept saying, I'm looking for this sound and that sound, and I was just kind of getting like the basic chord structures and the basic, and I wanted to just kind of add a bunch of elements that don't typically go together, and then see what I came up with that. And I knew I liked it, and I knew that there would be a lot of people that might not like it, and that's okay too. But then there might be just a couple more of my kind that might like what I'm doing as well. So
I think that's all part of the growth as a musician. That's what you're supposed to do.
I think so too, but I think sometimes I'm lucky. Now I appreciate being independent, but there was a time that I was chasing the pop dream, and I wanted to be signed by a big label, and I wanted, and I now really embrace the independent field, and I'm running my label, and I'm working, and I'm getting ready to work with different artists, sign them, and I really know what it takes to do what you love, and I know how it feels when you have a passion inside of you and there are people telling you, oh, could you be a little bit more like that, or could you be like this? I can't be that. I can only be who I really, really am. And once I embrace that, I think people these days are very, very smart, and they can sense phony crap when you serve it up, and they can sense, you know what, this is real. It may not be my thing, but it's real what she's doing, and I like that. So.
You also have the dynamic Nona Hendryx on a track on the CD called Warrior, and I guess both your energies kind of kaboom. It was just, it's right there.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I had this dream. I had a dream that it would be Nona and myself and Toshi Regan up there, and we would split it in three verses, and then Toshi heard the song and she said she liked it. And then she said, but Kelli, you sound great by yourself. I don't see anything I could add. And I was like, it's not about that. You could add plenty. It's just you be you, and Nona's going to be her, and I'm going to be me, and we're going to do our thing. But it just worked out that Nona, just okay, I'd love to do it. And the two of us ended up on it, and I wanted to write something empowering. It's not that I'm not a male basher. I love men and all that. But I just feel like there are a lot of women out there that sometimes, I don't know, with the media and how you got to look and you got to be this size and you got to, do that and the other, whatever. Let's be really, really real, and we need to uplift each other as women, not knock each other down, not try to steal each other's men, not try to, be catty. You're doing something great. I support you 100%. And this is for a lot of women out there that, are holding it down on their own, doing it, and they need to be told sometimes, you're a warrior. You're a motherfucking warrior. You're doing the shit.
Remember my words, do just like I told you. Don't forget what you heard, do just like I showed you. Hold me with this heart forever. Hold me with you, daughter. Hey now, where's your smile? You always be my child, my first real true love, a heavenly gift from above. I adore you as what you go through stages, life's path that changes. Some things you may not understand. I'm here, remember my word, just like I told you. Don't forget what you learned, do just like I showed you. Hold me with your side forever.
Your beginnings started in South Bronx, and you're proud of it, but you have a little bit of mixture in your musical styles. If people noticed in the clips and on your CDs, is that you mix a little bit of Latin, you do a little bit of opera, and you do a little bit of soul. Where did that come about?
I think deep in my mind, I always wanted to be an opera singer, but I never had quite the discipline to follow through, to study opera, because opera is really how I started singing. My sister went, she was classically trained, and she taught me to sing these Italian arias and French arias. And then I got bored with it because I started hearing Patti LaBelle, I started hearing Chaka, and all these amazing singers, like with these big voices. And then I'd hear Minnie Riperton with this sweet, sexy, and all that. And I was like, you know, you can come inside me, would you come inside me? And I was like, oh, I like it all. I like it all. So, you know, I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm going to find a way, and because I'm Native Indian and I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm black, it made sense to me. It made sense. I grew up with all that, with Marvin Gaye, with Ceila Cruz and Tito Puente, and then, you know, listening to Kathleen Battle and all these influences. It's impossible to think I would not be affected by that. And then I grew up in the barrio. So there's always going to be congas up in there somewhere. We're never going to get rid of that. That's that.
Turn on the TV to sight. The horror on my face unexplainable. I was shocked and appalled at what I saw. Somebody looked just like you. The ghost of my gosh was true. My baby on my flat screen. Cameras up in your face, wide open scene. Gotta take my heart from you.
You know, you being an independent artist is something that is very, very important right now. What are you seeing now? Because you've recorded with Incognito, you've recorded with Count Basic and Defunct. What is it that you're noticing now with the record industry, and why it's important for you to be an independent artist now?
I think that it's important because I think if you really are passionate about what it is you're doing, you need to stick to your guns, regardless of age. And music is just something that just crosses boundaries. It just brings people together. And I think that's why so many people, if you look at these talent shows and American Idol and X Factor and all these kind of things, everybody wants to sing because there's something about music that you feel in yourself first. And then even if you're not that great at it, somehow it seems to touch people. The lyric, the melody, just a sweet sound. You don't even have to be shouting. Some of the most amazing singers sing like a whisper. You don't have to do a lot of vocal gymnastics and whatever. Just you know, people connect. It brings people together. Now, I've been lucky enough through working with some of these incredible bands that I've gotten an opportunity to travel the globe and see like how in Korea I can touch people, in Dubai or wherever. And then I know there's something in this that's, you know, bringing the people together. I probably didn't answer your question, but that'd be just like me. Anyway, boom, boom, boom.
Honey, I can hardly wait. It's been on my mind all day. Simple as it sounds, what I feel is quite profound. You're used to making all the moves, and I'm a different kind of lady. I like a little misbehaving, and this is how it's going down.
What does soul music mean to you?
Soul music means to me singing from the most honest place. Doesn't have to be the most powerful voice or the most kind of gritty sound, or you don't have to be black to be soulful. It has no color barrier or race barrier. It's from your heart, and it's pure.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report, reporting live here at Joe's Pub here in New York City. I'd like to personally thank the divine Miss Kelli Sae for her time, as well as the staff and management here at Joe's Pub. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Until next time, peace.